Careful, she's a little bit low in the neck. It's up to you to make her rounder. That's not up to her. There's a time and place where you need to ride her deeper. Yeah? Try to lower the hand even more. Good. And keep your circle line. And ride a transition. Nicely forward into the lengthening of the stride. In canter. Just the transitions within the gait. No problem. Good. There you're accepting too much contact. It's a down. Perfect. It's a downhill contact. Uphill. You can keep her round, but she's got to give you an uphill feeling for this. Yeah? I truly believe in keeping a horse nice and supple in the top line, but it has to be an uphill tendency. It should not be a downhill tendency. And you put your leg on. Yeah? He needs to think forward. Remember, your calf, Shannon, is your driving aid. The spur is an emergency aid. Yeah? Good. Stay in trot a moment. Think about your position. Your leg position is quite nice. Think about the hands. Look a moment. Nicely with the thumbs on top. There you did the right thing. He was thinking about the exit. You used a little counter flexion. Now push him for 2 steps forward, but don't kick him. Push him. Excellent. Good. Could you tell? He reacted a little bit more than you wanted, but that's much better than no reaction. Perfect. And send him forward. Good. And a few steps shoulder in to the right. Wake him up. You're working too hard. That's it. And pet him. That's it. Just on the inside with the neck. Good. And long side a little forward. That's it. Now pet him again. Turn right. On the circle, little leg yield. Leg yield. Leg yield on the circle. He's not giving. He's not giving. That's it. Try to release a little bit. Perfect. Could you tell? If you don't ask for suppleness, your horse does not offer suppleness. It's that simple. And sometimes we're just saying, oh my gosh, I shouldn't use the inner rein. Yeah? If he learns to use his muscles against you and set those shoulders, set the neck, and set the jaw against you, that's trouble. And he has all the capabilities and pet him afterwards. Let's be much more colorful. And we always ride our horses too much in a gray area. Let's teach them to carry themselves. Let's teach them to express themselves. That's it. So that they enjoy the work. Good. And change direction. Now try again gently a little bit forward. Very gently. We know he goes forward. We got to teach him to come back to us. Bring him back. Don't accept it. Could you tell? Your idea was to test the lengthening forward, but he totally took advantage of that situation. There you go. And praise him. Tell him this was good. That's it. Yeah? Controlling the tempo. It can be sometimes one of the biggest hurdles in establishing a better, softer connection. When a horse constantly has the tendency to run through the bridle, we got to take care of that. The frame is improving beautifully now. That's it. Good. And send him gently forward. Circle between E and B. Why not before the circle, Justine, a little flexion to the inside? This right there, what you're doing there, across the center line. You know what I mean? How you moved him sideways, that's what I would have done over there at E. If you don't ask for suppleness, they don't offer it. And if you just touch him on the inner rein and you don't ask him to move a little sideways, there's no reason for him to release a little bit. We have to take the responsibility to make our horses supple. Only very, very few horses offer this. Why don't you correct that when he takes a nosedive? Why not a little tap behind? Bring it to his attention. There are so many training opportunities that we're missing. And a little bit forward. So, yes, okay. That looks better. Don't just kick it. Yeah? So follow through with the driving aid. But why do you accept afterwards so much contact? Justine, why not afterwards a little tap with the whip where you say, yes, you went forward, but it all ended up in my hands. Absolutely nothing you need to accept. Yeah? He can go forward, and when it all ends up in your hand, you give him a little tap behind. Create attention. Create awareness. Without awareness, your horse cannot carry himself. That's right. Not downhill, not downhill. A couple firm corrections. Yeah? Couple firm half holds, but this whole idea of diving, not okay. Good. Lots of transitions, improving self-carriage. Yeah? Looking for the best quality of the gait in canter, and collecting again. Yes. Accepting the engagement of the hind leg with lightness, not the engagement of the hind leg with a stronger contact. That's great. Finish it. That half hold was not quite finished. She didn't become quite light enough. She didn't, yes, that was right. That was a finished half hold. Go there with her. Yeah, but we don't want, and you said this so perfectly in the beginning, sometimes the half hold gets a little stuck in the neck. Yeah? And then you're absolutely right, then she does get a little bit tight. Yeah? And it's so easy for the judges to say, well, she needs to longer in the neck. But can we lengthen the neck in a controlled way? And we will be able to do so if we keep riding the transitions and the half holds as we're doing right now. Careful, don't lean back, okay? And come again to the piaffe when you're ready. And think about the quickness of the hind leg. Oh, it's okay. Make a little bit more, ask for a little bit more suppleness. When you came to the piaffe, don't be afraid to change the flexion very gently and close the leg, That's got to be enough and become taller, quieter leg. Now it's better. This looks more effortless. And if it doesn't feel honest like this, then don't keep him in the passage, because you know already, if he's a bit behind you in the passage, he will be behind you in the piaffe. Yeah? Always test the honesty, the reliable feeling. He's too low, Mary. You got to give him a firmer correction when you started. That's what you did there, Mary. I would have done this over here on the quarter line, because you know he does this coming into the piaffe. That's where he needs to be. Wake him up and push more weight into the heel afterwards. Wake him up. 1, 2, no, longer 8s. Push in the rhythm of the passage for 2 steps. 1, 2, nice. And go again. Forward thinking. 1, 2, in the rhythm. Perfect, perfect. And do it again. 1, 2, in the rhythm. Then he comes off the ground. And on your own again. 1, 2. Cluck a little.